What is up guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be trying out some new products from Technic. It's been a little while since I did any kind of testing Technic video. And saying that, I have a lot of products to try out, a lot of things that I won't be able to fit in this one video. So if you want a part 2, I can do that. So today's video has very kindly been sponsored by Technic, but hopefully it kind of goes without saying now that I'm obviously going to be honest about every single product that I try out. We're also going to be using the macro lens today. So if something doesn't look quite right, you guys are gonna see it. This 4K camera, this macro camera hides nothing. But yeah, I'm very excited to be teaming up with them today for many reasons. The main reason being, keep your eyes peeled in Wilko. You might see a familiar face very soon. Bit of a 360 here, spend all my time in Wilko buying all of their makeup, and now my face is gonna be in there. I'm gonna rock up to Wilko with like no makeup on, hair in like a messy bun, tracksuit probably covered in cat hair, and I'm gonna be like, that's me. And people are gonna be like, is it? So if you guys have been living under a rock and you don't know anything about Technic, I have been using their products for a really, really long time, and I love so much of their stuff, which is why I'm so excited to be working with them. They do so many good products. Like I said, I've been using this stuff for years, but like the last few years especially, they brought out so much good stuff. Like they fully upped their game, and the best part of all of this is everything is cruelty-free and super affordable. And everything is of course available at Wilko, both online and also in store, which is still currently open at the moment because it is an essential shop. So if you were like picking up a few bits and bobs and you want to treat yourself to a few little bits of makeup, definitely check out their stand. Like I said, you might see a familiar face. But yeah, today I'm going to be creating a really wearable glam makeup look using a full face of Technic. So if you guys want to see my thoughts on all the products and just see how it all works and just have a little chat with me, then let's get into it. Got a brand new headband today that's not covered in loads of foundation. I am what I am, what can I say? And what I am is a mess. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go in with this facial oil. So this is called the Gold Elixir Facial Oil with Hyaluronic Acid. You guys know I'm all about facial oils as skincare, as primers, whatever. So I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps of that. Oh, smells like oranges. Okay, and I'm just gonna basically just massage that all over my face, to be honest. Get a little bit more life in my face. So this, you guys might be able to see, has little tiny gold flecks in there. That is my kind of facial oil. It's giving me a nice enough glow. I don't look like a full-on oil slick, even with these lights and everything. And it smells bloody good. So far so good with that. Guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Right now, I have a hot water bottle on my stomach, and Ollie, for Christmas, I think it was, he got me like this little shoe things, that like, it's like a foot warmer. And yeah, I'm using it right now. And it's a bit of a game changer, especially when I'm filming. So now we're gonna move on to primer. I know, who am I today? Normally I don't wear any kind of primer. Today I'm basically wearing 2. So this is called the Illuminating Primer with, again, hyaluronic acid in there. So this is actually part of the new collection. So I'll take a couple of pumps of that. It's got like illuminating properties to it. I don't know if you guys can necessarily tell, but it's quite shimmery. Which again, just slap it on my face, please. Give me shimmer, give me oils, give me everything you got. Oh yes, okay, Tin Man pending. My skin's been so dry recently, like on my nose. My nose has gone like red underneath because it's just been so dry. I used to have it all the time at school and kids would always very kindly call me Rudolph, so yay, it's back. You know what, I'll be honest with you, I was worried about how the oil and that primer were gonna mix together. I was worried it was gonna ball up or something, but that's actually gone on so nicely. I've got like a little bit more shine here, my skin's hydrated from the oil, so yeah, those two actually work really well together. Who am I? I complimented 2 primers in one video. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to foundation. I haven't tried out one of their foundations in a while, but I've had my eye on this for a really, really long time. So this is called the Pro Glow Lightweight Foundation. I have it, give me a minute. I'll find it in a second. I have it in the shade beige. Of course I do. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so it's quite liquidy. It might be a touch too dark for me because I am a little bit fair at the moment. Fair, AKA exhausted. But I'm gonna drop some of that here. I can always lighten up in a second. I do also have a lighter concealer. And just dot that around. And I'll make sure to get a bit of this on the macro camera as well. Color's actually not half bad. A tiny little touch too dark. But yeah, like I said, I can just put a little bit of lighter concealer over there like I normally do. And you know what? It says that it's lightweight, but I feel like it's actually giving me pretty like medium coverage there. And my skin's not the most amazing at the moment, but I don't really have any real spots or anything to cover up. So it's kind of doing all I really need at the moment. I mean, I'm still gonna put loads of concealer on top, but that's besides the point. I also have a bunch of Technic brushes as well. I obviously wanted to use my own brushes for this video to see how they all performed and everything. But if you guys want a Technic brush video, I can do that as well. Literally, whatever you want, within reason, as long as I can stay fully clothed, I'll do it. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I feel like that's given me enough coverage. It's glowy as hell, which is what I love, and it's so lightweight, but it's literally just, it's given me enough, and then I can just fill in the gaps with my concealer. You guys know foundations are always the thing that I worry about, because if the foundation goes wrong, then the powder goes wrong, and the bronzer, the blusher, the highlighter, everything goes wrong. So right now, I'm pretty stoked actually. So now, like I said, I'm gonna move on to concealer. So this is called the 3-in-1 Canvas Contour, Sculpt, and Conceal. So they do a bunch of different shades of these. I feel like it's kind of supposed to be a dupe of the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using this one. I have 2 different shades. This one is Ivory, which I think I'll probably start off with, and then I also have Beige here. So I think I will just kind of lighten up my face a little bit with this. So I'm gonna take some of that on my under eyes. You all know I like to pile it on under there. And then I'll just blend that out. Hold on a minute. This is actually applying exactly like Shape Tape, which is still one of my, like to this day, one of my all-time favorite concealers. Okay, I know I'm working with Technic here, and I'm working with them because, like I said, I love them as a brand. This concealer is just so good. So much better than, like, I kind of thought everything was gonna be good because, like I said, I've loved their brand for a really long time. But this concealer is actually, I don't know if I'll buy more of Shape Tape, to be quite honest. Obviously, I'll have to see how it wears and everything, but just based on how it applies, it's just about exactly the same. To be honest, it's actually a better color for me than the Shape Tape I have at the moment. It's full coverage. Like, when do I get that kind of coverage just from like a regular old concealer? I always have to go in with something like Bye Bye Under Eye. Full coverage, dewy and like glowy, but not like slippy or anything. I mean, ignore the fact that there's a hair encapsulated in my face there. I'm Googling how much this is because I need to know. This is £3. I was expecting even just like £6 or something. This is £3. Are you joking me? This is, I'm not actually seeing a difference at all. In fact, if anything, I'm seeing more coverage in this than Shape Tape. Mate, yes. Oh my God, yes. Honestly, if this sets down properly and if this like wears how I think it's gonna wear, this is a favorite for sure. So I don't wanna rave about it too much because I'm also aware that in a sponsored video, if someone just raves about something like so much, people are gonna think that I'm lying, but I mean this. So now I'm gonna move on to powder, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous about this one just because I don't normally like pressed powders. I'm normally a loose powder kind of girl, and you guys know I'm very particular when it does come to powder. Come on, please look good, please look good. So far it's all going on fine, even though I have like a little bit of dryness in a spot there. That's not looking too bad. It's the under eyes. It's the under eyes for me. That's the bit where I'm like, okay, because if the under eyes look dodge, I instantly look like 5 years older. So let's try that. A little bit across my nose. So far so good. So now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. And this is like it's not wet or anything, but I'm just gonna go in with this sponge just to make sure there's no creasing there. So that when I set it, it's like set where I want it to be. And I'm just gonna pop that under my eyes. Come on, please be good. This powder's quite matte, which you all know isn't my usual go-to. However, it doesn't look dry or anything. It just looks a little bit more matte than I would normally go for. But that's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. I feel like that's actually looking pretty smooth. There's no over-the-top creasing, there's no cakiness, because sometimes I find that if you do use a really dewy base and you powder it down with something quite matte, it can just look a little bit off, whereas this just seems to be working absolutely fine. And I also know that I'm kind of in the minority here when it comes to like super glowy makeup. Like I know a lot of people do tend to prefer more of a matte look, so like, you know, this much powder on my under eye might not be my absolute go-to, however, it looks good. It looks really good. I'm sorry for doubting you there, little powder, because you know what? It's not typically my cup of tea. It's a pressed, tinted, matte powder. These are 3 things I'm just like, no, but I actually really, really kind of like that. I have no issues with that at all. And I mean, it even says on the packaging that it's a matte powder, so what am I on about? Of course it's a matte one. So now for bronzer, I have this palette here, which I've had for a while, and I've just been dying to try it out. So this is called the Mega Bronze Bronzer Powder Quad thing. And what I think I'm gonna do, this looks quite light, but I actually feel like it'll be okay because I am obviously a little bit darker than I normally would be today, just from that foundation. So I'm actually gonna go in with that because I feel like it won't be too much. Let's swatch it. It's quite cool toned, but I feel like that'll give me a nice little shadow. So I'm just gonna pop that just in here, just testing the waters here, seeing if it's super pigmented or if it's like just enough. Okay, it's not like super, super, super pigmented, which you guys know I personally do prefer. I know people are always like, oh my God, it's so pigmented, but I'm like, sometimes I don't want a big brown stripe down the side of my face. Sometimes it happens, but it's not necessarily what I want. I feel like that's just giving me the exact amount of shadow that I need because I don't need too much color in my face right now. I just need a little bit of like structure to it basically, so I'm not just the moon emoji. But yeah, it seems buildable, it's pigmented, but not too pigmented. I can go around the jawline with it and it won't look like I've got just like a beard. Yeah, that's actually exactly what I need right now. Just a little bit of something. So now to warm my face up just a little bit, I'm gonna go in with a tiny little bit of this here. I'm literally gonna take the tiniest amount. You can see this one is fairly pigmented because I don't wanna look like super orange because, you know, like I said, my foundation's already a little bit too dark for me. But if I just kind of pop that just on the top, again, just to unmoon emoji myself, I'm like trying to figure out if I should talk about how excited I am or try and play it a little bit more cool. Because I don't want you thinking I'm just saying this because I'm working with them, but I'm actually really, really bloody impressed. Like I said, I've tried out a lot of Technic products in the past, but right now I'm like actually way more impressed than I ever have been, to be honest. Which is good because my face is going to be advertising them, so that's good. So the pressure's kind of on here now because I really like that palette, and now I have to try out this one here, which is of course the highlighter palette. So this is just called the Mega Glow highlighter palette, and again you have 4 different shades. I featured this on my Instagram stories and I had so many messages from you guys saying that this highlighter shade here was like basically made for me, so I'll be the judge of that. So I'm gonna give this a little swatch. It looks nuts. It looks way more icy than in the pan. Oh my god. Okay, let's take this one as well because now I'm just curious. Oh my god. Okay, that might look even more up my street. I might kind of just mix the two together to create something in the middle. Look at that. Can we just take a little moment of appreciation for my dirty swatched hand there? But look at that highlighter. So I'm gonna take my usual highlighter brush. I'm gonna dip in the like slightly deeper one just a little bit and then go in with this one as well. And basically just like kind of tap a little bit in between the two. All right, let's see what this can do. Oh, oh. There it is. There it is, there it is, cameras everywhere, there's only 2. It took a second to build up and I was a bit like, oh no, is it gonna be pigmented? But actually, it's just not powdery. See, it takes like a couple of little wiggles and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, I'm here. Sorry, I was sleeping. And it's just like, bam, I'm going in with just the lighter one right now. That makes it stupidly intense and I kinda love it. I still haven't done the full face highlighter challenge or like using every single one of my highlighters on my face, and I really need to do that, or mixing them all together or doing some kind of like just one of those videos, and I feel like it just has to be done. Let me know if you want to see it because I sure as hell want to do it. And then I'm going to take some of that because like I said, I'm going to be using these on my eyes and just load up my inner corner. Got like caffeine shakes today. I'm like, ugh. I am so impressed. I also have something in my eye. I am truly so impressed right now because I was honestly thinking I would get to this point and by now there'd be like some kind of product that I was a little bit not sure on. But everything is performing just as I'd hoped, if not better, to be quite honest. Like that I still can't get over that concealer. Oh no, I forgot a product. Oh no. Oh, Grace. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to use this because I haven't got any blush on yet, but I forgot this, their gel blusher, and now I'm just like, I don't want to ruin the makeup because I love it so much, but I also want to try this out. So I'm going to take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. This is in the shade Siren, and I'm going to warm it up on my fingers. Okay, it's quite like, it's not overly liquidy, which is what I was worried about the most because I was thinking that is just not going to work with my base right now, but it is very much a kind of like cream gel consistency. So I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and just tap that in on my cheeks. I might have to go in with a little bit of highlighter in a minute. Oh no, poor me. Yeah, just a little bit of this. I still need to do some more blending, but this is blending out absolutely fine. It's not interfering with the foundation at all. Again, with this kind of thing, you know this isn't my jam, like liquid and cream blushes and stuff, just blushes in general, blushes. But I'm having, again, no issues with this at all. It's pigmented, but not too pigmented. I'm guessing you can probably build it up because this is just giving me the tiniest little flush of color on my face. And yeah, it really hasn't interfered with my actual like base or anything at all, which is what I was worried about the most. Yay, saved. Whew. All right, base is done and I love it. So now I'm gonna go in with some setting spray. So this is called the Illuminating Skin Mist with gold flakes. Again, you might be able to see just here, it has got little gold flakes in there. Again, the first question is, does it smell? It smells like oranges again, like the facial oil. Okay, put this all over my face, please. So let's just get a little squirt. Nice little mister there. I'm like trying not to squirt my plant next to me. Oh, Yes, yes, yes. Hydrated, glowy, smelling of oranges. Honestly, that's all I want for my skin, to be honest, to be hydrated, glowy, and smelling of oranges. Anyone else? Other fruit options are available. So now we're gonna move on to the slugs above my eyes. So first of all, I'm just gonna go in with their clear brow gel and just spike these babies up. Probably a strange thing to note, but the, what's it called? I know it's a brush. Spoolie. The little spoolie on this is actually quite good just for combing right through your brows. And we all know my brows are dense and they have like their own postcode basically. But this is going through them, this is combing through them, like no worries. So then I'm gonna fill in my brows just a little bit using their Ultrafine Micro Brow Pencil. This one here is in dark brown. So you got a spoolie on one side and then you have the pencil on this side. And it's like this super fine little nib there. So I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. I'm just gonna draw in a couple of hairs, fill in a couple of gaps. I feel like the shade is a touch too warm for me, but like I said, I'm not really doing too much here, so probably won't really be able to notice. That'll do. Can't say that'll do without thinking of Shrek. Donkey. What are you doing? That is the only way I can actually do any kind of accent. I'm awful at accents. Like probably one of the worst people at accents, but if you want me to say, what are you doing in Scottish, I can do that. That's all I can do, but I can do that. So when I eventually do die, please put that on my tombstone actually. Just couldn't do much, but could say, what are you doing in a Scottish accent? That's what I would like to be remembered by, not by my stunning headbands or my extreme 11,000 out of 10 IQ, just the one accent that I can do, okay? And also the amount of rubbish that I just talk all the time. Anyway, I think my brows look pretty good. What about you? So now, like I said, for my eyes, I'm actually gonna be using both the face powders that I had. So I'm gonna be using the Mega Bronze palette and then also the Mega Glow palette. I literally do this all the time. Whenever if you ever see me doing any kind of like brown, I don't know, shimmery kind of eye look that's mostly just neutrals, chances are I've just used the same things I've already put on my face. Bronzers, highlighters, whatever. So first of all, I'm just gonna get my, again, dry, little bit dirty sponge just to make sure that I don't have any creases on my lid. And this is gonna be so quick and easy. In fact, this will probably be quite similar to the eye makeup look that I actually did for my OFRA shoot, which I've not really been talking about or saying out loud. And I'm filming this a few weeks ahead of that day, but it was like the most simple thing to do, but I just loved it. Oh, sorry, my nanny's calling me, 1 second. Honestly, I love like all the crazy makeup looks that I do sometimes, but nothing for me beats like a brown smoky eye. I know I'm so boring and I know I have to make sure that I don't do it all the time, but today I'm allowed. Yeah, basically I'm literally just using that same contour shade that I was using in my crease and it's blending out really nicely. This is like the perfect sort of color that I would just use on my eyes all the time. Just like this. And then I'll just take a bit more on a, what is this called? A firm blender brush. And just run that on my lower lash line as well. Pull some nice faces. Describe to me, if you can, your like eyeshadow mascara face. You can do it in emojis, you can do it in whatever way. I would just like to see you describe it, to be honest, because obviously I can't necessarily see it, so I would like it to be described to me. So now I'm gonna take another fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with this darker shade here. This is super pigmented, and I'm just gonna make sure I tap off the excess there. So I'm just focusing mostly in the outer corner, and then as I kind of have less product on my brush, I'm just gonna go inwards a little bit, like this. Doesn't have to be too blended or anything just yet, it's just so I've got like a little bit of something there. Honestly, this foot warmer is doing wonders for me right now. I'm a changed woman. I'm just gonna hop about in my foot warmer. It's probably a bit dangerous actually, because if there was like a fire hazard or something, my feet are just like strapped into this thing. But what a way to go though, in total comfort. Okay, nice and easy, see? So now I'm gonna take another flat brush and I'm actually gonna go in with this shade here. I wanna swatch it before actually. Ooh, yeah, that's the kind of color that I want. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some of that and I'll just pop that more so, not like right on the inner corner, but almost. And just feather that inwards a bit. And then again, just do the same thing that I did before and just kind of pat it out so it all kind of meets in the middle. You don't even really have to blend anything out with this, which is why I like it so much, because you literally just slap it on and it all just kind of works. And then again, same on this side. Easy, easy, easy. And then, because I love it so much, I am gonna go in with a bit of this super icy shade and a little bit of this one as well, a bit of both, and just lighten it up a little bit more on the inner corner there and just add more shimmer, because why not? Then to finish it off, I'm gonna go in with a little angle brush and take some of that dark shade that I used before. And I'm just, again, taking the tiniest little amount. Might struggle to show you guys this properly, but I'm just gonna do a little teeny tiny wing. It's like barely noticeable, but when you do it, it just kind of lifts your eye look up a little bit more. And then I actually like to tap it in a little bit as well. Just again, so it's not overly noticeable. Easiest eye look ever. I feel like this headband's giving me a headache, but I've committed. So now I'm gonna go straight in with mascara. I am gonna put on a little bit of liner in a minute, but once I have done my lashes. So again, this is from the newer collection. This is called the Intense Lash Mascara. Rewind. Intense Lash Mascara with jojoba oil. The best part about doing YouTube is that when I mess up, which happens all the time, you will never know until right now when I've told you. So I've got a plastic wand. I'm just gonna try and wing out my outer lashes here. Let's see what you can do, my friend. Okay, it's gripping my lashes, which is a good sign. Ooh, okay. And we might have another winner here, actually. This is a very similar wand to my telescopic mascara, which you guys know I've been loving recently. It's just got like loads of little teeny tiny, like shorter plastic bristles. That is doing something. Give you guys a little shot on the macro lens here. But yeah, that is seriously, that's really doing something. I mean, I'm gonna put on fake lashes in a minute anyway because I wanna try them out, but I actually don't think I need them at all. That's so good. Oh my God, I've gotta take off this headband. I'm literally getting a headache. First of all, wow. That was literally giving me such a bad headache. Okay, I'm back in the room with questionable hair, but maybe should have kept it on actually. I really like how this is all looking. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to my lips. So they picked out a nude lip liner for me. Very grateful, Technic, thank you so much. So yeah, this is the Retractable Lip Liner and I just got it in the shade Nude. So I'm just gonna fill in my lips with that. This is quite waxy, which again, like, I need to come up with better words because anytime I describe a product, it always sounds like it's a bad thing. But I like it when my lip liners are waxy because it means that they're not gonna budge. But this one's still like creamy enough to glide on. Oh, and it's like a really nice, like, cool tone nude color. Yes, please. That color on its own makes me very happy. So then I'm gonna fill in my lips with this lipstick here, which was again very kindly selected by the guys at Technic. And once again, they have picked out the most Steph nude ever. Thank you. Let's swatch it before I put it on my mouth. Yes to that. This lip liner, a little bit of concealer in the middle because I can't help myself. Oh my God, it's super creamy. Okay, that is going on so easily. It's like, I mean, I'll do a little swatch again. Like, let's just do a one bang. Boop. Super pigmented, really, really creamy, but not like too like slippy or anything like that. And then as always, I'm just gonna tap that down, wipe my finger on my wipe. Come organized today, not using my sock today. So I'm then just gonna take my favorite concealer. I'm gonna take the tiniest amount of this, like that. And then tap that in. That is the most perfect nude lip combo for me. Hello, do we see this? Like, is this not just like an everyday me makeup look, but I've done it with just the most affordable products? I'm so excited, man. Okay, so as promised, I am now gonna pop on some lashes, which I will do off camera just to save any embarrassment for me. But these are called, what are you called? Oh, so they're right there. These are called the Milan lashes. I'll just show you guys a little closer. You can see they're quite natural looking, but they do have a little bit of volume. And basically what I'm gonna do is probably cut these into a third. So cut quite a bit off and just make them little corner lashes and just pop them on the outer corner. And then I'll add a little bit of liner in a second with you guys. And we will just discuss about how much I love this bloody makeup look. Okay, hello. I like this makeup. I don't think I've said that yet or hinted at that at all, but I really, really like it. And these lashes are actually kind of bang on for me. I cut off quite a bit. I took off like, I mean, I have pieces stuck to my trousers right now. I took off quite a bit of them. I took off like half and they've literally just made the most perfect little outer corner lashes. So like I said, I am now gonna add a little bit of liner just to like fill in a few little gaps and stuff. I also almost forgot this, which is the lip gloss. I'm still not into lip glosses, but I've been liking them a little bit more recently. Again, I think because my skin has just been so much drier, I'm just like, please, hydration anywhere. So yeah, this is the Gold Elixir Lip Gloss. Again, part of the same collection as the facial oil, as the mascara. Basically all the things that I really, really liked. So I'm looking forward to trying this out actually. I've hyped the moment up, but I'm literally just putting a little bit on my lips like that. Tiniest amount. I don't know if you guys saw actually, and I've dirtied it up, oh my God. Yeah, you might be able to see, it's just got this tiny little like plastic doe foot, which I actually really kind of like because I don't want to mush around any of my lip products. I just want a little bit of something on the center. But like, I'm down for that. That's a comfy gloss. It's not sticky, it's more of like an oil. But it's really comfy actually. Literally feels like a lip oil. So yeah, then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of liner, and all I'm really gonna do is first of all, open it the right way. And I'm basically just gonna fill in a few little gaps. Can't speak, just can't. 28 years on this earth and I actually cannot speak. Yeah, I'm just filling in a few little gaps to basically connect my lashes to my natural lashes almost. Cool, easy, breezy, beautiful. Technic, that's not their slogan, but probably even get sued for that actually. I don't have a single bad thing to say. It's literally my everyday makeup look, but so much cheaper. Like, I got products that I use every day that are like £40, whereas this full face is probably about £40. And that's just one product that I'm talking about in my normal routine. In terms of how it all looks, apart from it just looking great, I'm trying to see, is there anything that, there's an eyebrow hair sticking up there. Is there anything I don't like? I mean, all I'm really noticing is the foundation's caught up a little bit in my smile lines and a little bit on my mustache, but nothing more than any other foundation that I usually wear. I love it. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just sat here questioning all of my life choices, thinking to myself, I did that full face with so many affordable products, and now I'm like, I need to change my routine up a little bit, man, because some of these products are better than the products I use now. So it's currently 10:56 in the morning, so I'm just gonna do my usual, wear it for a while, eat stuff, because what else is there to do during lockdown? I'm gonna be wearing headphones in a minute, like big ones, which will cover my face. Probably gonna like rub my face on my cat's stomach at some point this afternoon. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna go about my day as normal, and then I will check back with you guys in a few hours and we'll see how it all wears. Hi. So it is now almost 8 o'clock. I have just ordered pizza because no reason, just wanted it. I still think this looks so good, even though all my lipstick's worn off. Like, there's a few little situations going on around my face here where I've had my headphones on because they're like big ones that come around here. Got like a crumb in my eyebrow, I don't know where that came from. The only things, apart from like the obvious, obviously things just like wearing down a little bit, my highlighter not being as much there, although it's still kind of there. I'm still looking very sort of dewy, actually a little bit more dewy than I was before. Yeah, the only thing is that you can just see that spot more. That's kind of it. Like, it's sunk into my smile lines a tiny little bit more than before, but again, nothing more than any other foundation that I've tried. Yeah, the only minor thing is just like a little bit of like, I don't even know what to call it. I guess just a little bit of texture, kind of like around my chin around here, when there's texture on my skin at the moment, because like I said, my skin's super dry at the moment, so like, everywhere else looks pretty good. I know I've already said it, but I'm just really impressed with how all of this turned out and how it lasted, just everything, to be quite honest. So what would be my favorite things? There's a lot. So obviously, of course, this concealer, I literally messaged my manager as soon as I tried this out and I was like, dude, go and get this concealer because it's so good. I really like both the face palettes, the bronzer and the highlighter one, both for my face and my eyeballs. Can you see my eyes there? Oh, there we go. Ah, I like the lipstick. I like the lip liner. I even did like the powder. I really did. I was not expecting to like it at all, but I actually really kind of like that. Ooh, and this as well, the mascara. This was like a nice little surprise for me. I don't know why, I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but I mean, it did that. Otherwise, just basically everything, to be honest. There was nothing I didn't like. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled in Wilko because you may see a familiar face. But yeah, if you guys do want to check out any of the Technic products that I have featured today, you can check them out over on the Wilko website or also in Wilko in store. If you guys enjoyed this video and if you want to see more of Technic, because like I said, I can probably do a part 2. If you do want to see more, then please do give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me because I upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. That's my new thing now. Just, I don't know what that is. It's my new thing now, sorry. Sorry if you hate it. I kind of hate it too, but I just keep on doing it. Anyway, bye. Love you, bye, 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 bye.